So, hi. As you may have noticed, a couple of things have changed. The channel name and profile picture are a bit different than what you're used to. There's a couple of colorful flags in the background. I look a tiny bit different. My voice sounds gay as shit, and I have tits now. I mean, they're small, but I have them. Yeah, I'm trans. My name is Maya. I go by she, her pronouns. I've been on hormones for about a year by now, and I'm quite happy with the results so far. My skin is softer, I have tits, I am much more in line with my emotions, my lips are bigger, I have tits. I am now regularly experiencing misogyny on top of transphobia, but I have tits. The ephemeral fog that used to hide my emotions from me is slowly beginning to lift, enabling me to actually know what I've been feeling this whole time and allowing me to finally begin processing over 30 years of locked away grief and suffering, which is both incredibly painful and beautiful while feeling like getting a life-saving surgery without anesthesia. I am running out of pants to wear and I have no money to buy new ones. My ass is fucking fat as fuck. I am running into trouble no matter which kind of public toilet I use. Several groups of people want to kill me on sight. Some women treat me as one of their own now, which is still absolutely strange to me, but it's quite nice. The sex is much better. I am going through puberty for the second time in my life, and I currently have the emotions of a 16-year-old, and also I have tits. Lots of changes. Phew. Yeah. If you have any questions regarding my transition, please put them down there in the comments. If there's enough of them, I'll make a dedicated video answering them all. If there's not enough, well, think of some more. It's not that hard. Anyway, all of this transition stuff obviously means that my old, very masculine artist name no longer fits me and has to go. So from now on, I'll release music under my new artist name, which is Mayhem. I genuinely think it's a much better name, and it obviously represents me much better than the old one ever did, but don't worry, my old songs are of course gonna stay online. You won't lose your favorites. They're not going anywhere as long as I still stand behind the message. Now, while we're on the topic of songs, probably the most important question you will likely all have on your mind right now is, it's all fair and good and stuff, but when's new shit coming out? Where's new music? I need my fix. Ugh. Well, roll the announcement video.
Um mich, doch im Auge des Sturms ist ein endloses Nichts. Alles dreht sich, alles schwankt hin und her, doch im Auge des Sturms ist es einsam und leer. Alles dreht sich um mich, doch im Auge des Sturms ist kein einziges Licht. Alles dreht sich. Feel you basking in my glory. Tell my story, you keep me alive. I join those who came before me. With a smile I step into the light. Trans, right. Trans, fucking right.
So yeah, I have a whole ass album and several singles ready to go. Let me tell you a little bit about them. Built Different is a 12-track album and the thing I've mainly been working on over the last 2.5-ish years. I've poured a lot of blood, sweat and years into that thing, and it turned out really damn good. It's basically an attempt at processing all the stuff that happened in my life during its creation and the time before it. It's an interesting album as I basically wrote and produced half of it while I still identified as male, so in a sense, while being the first ever Mayhem release, it is also the last ever Orrphoiz release. I believe you'll be able to hear and feel the difference. This album is both a welcome fanfare to the person I am now and a farewell to the person I used to pretend to be. It is, in the truest sense of the word, a transitionary piece. The album has 12 songs on it, plus one little bonus track that is only gonna be on the CD for now. It's gonna release on streaming services, but I can't put that one on Bandcamp because it's a cover version and Bandcamp does not accept cover versions. I hope you're looking forward to hearing all the songs from it as much as I am looking forward to showing them to you. Also, of course, I will be working on more fucking music and you will once again be able to hear and watch me do it on stream. So, you might have been wondering why I was gone and what I was doing all this time besides scratching my fucking ballsack. And yeah, while my transition was one of the reasons I was gone, and a pretty fucking important one at that, I'd say, there are a lot more. None of these issues have been completely resolved yet, but many of them are noticeably better by now, which is why I'm making an attempt at a return to my work as an artist. In addition to all the fucking trans stuff, which is a lot more of a fucking hassle than you might expect with getting a diagnosis, waiting for appointments to get hormones, waiting for the hormones to fucking do anything, changing my legal name and gender and like notifying all the different places that I have done so, and paying for new ID cards and all that other shit that you have to do when you're trans. Like it's a lot of fucking work. I've also been diagnosed with a big surprise, ADHD and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Yay, fun stuff. Ooh. It's fucking shit, fucking sucks. I hate it. I fucking hate it. The ADHD medication, while still not ideal, at least works for me somewhat, and psychotherapy helps a whole fucking lot. I'm far from being done with all of the shit, and I'm far from being okay, but I'm getting there. Teeny tiny puppy steps. Woof. I needed some time off from music and streaming in order to be able to prioritize getting all of this shit done, and also to learn how to work with myself so I don't constantly burn myself out on making music. All of this took and still takes a lot of fucking energy, which I unfortunately do not have too much of. And all of these issues by themselves would be more than reason enough to go on an extended hiatus, but to be perfectly honest, while they were and still are all massively relevant, that's still not everything. I am, however, making a lot of progress with my recovery, though the process is still far from finished, extremely taxing and slow as fuck. I am feeling somewhat better in many regards, which is honestly really nice. Like, sometimes noticing that I'm, while still not okay, just better now. Which is why I'm making another effort and another attempt to return to my work now. And as you can clearly see, while I'm not fucking okay at all, whatso fucking ever, I mean, look at the cover artwork for Built Different. Does this look like a fucking album that somebody made who is okay? No, it fucking doesn't. As you can clearly see why I'm not fucking okay at all, whatso fucking ever, lots of things have changed for the better. Which, incidentally, brings me to the next fucking topic I want to talk about. I want my music to change. In many ways, the music I make already has changed a lot. I mean, listen to the shit that I used to do. That's cringe, make it stop. And listen to the shit I do now. I've become better at mixing, mastering, recording, songwriting, arrangement, and all the relevant techniques surrounding these tasks, and basically I know what I'm doing now when I didn't used to know what I'm doing. One thing I've always wanted to do and been struggling with for the most part is how to express myself emotionally in my work. You can see early attempts at doing so, starting with my earlier EPs like Waveform and Waverider, but those always felt like rough approximations of the things that were really going on inside of me. All of these massive fucking emotions obscured through some sort of haze and locked behind a gigantic fucking wall like some sort of trauma-induced dam made of pain, depression and toxic masculinity, and me trying to make sense of it all, not actually understanding what it is that I was feeling, only getting an occasional glimpse at the massive fucking quantity of raw, unprocessed grief and anger I had and still have locked away inside of me. That was the bottleneck. Of course, I couldn't really write songs expressing real emotion because I was cut off from my real emotions. I've since become much better at understanding and processing what I feel. The emotion is actually flowing sometimes, and my songs have gotten much more fucking real ever since. Still not perfect at it, but I'm getting there. I think you'll be able to spot some glimpses of me being more emotionally real and available in upcoming releases, but there's even better stuff coming that I've written but haven't yet produced. Some of my upcoming releases are more than 2 years old, so that means there's even some pre-transition shit among them, as I previously stated. Anyway, bottom line. Bottom. I want to finally be able to express my true feelings in song. I want to say something with my art, and I want to fucking mean it. I want my music to mean something. Which brings me to the next fucking point about how my music is going to change moving forward. Play the fucking lo-fi version of the Soviet anthem. Over these past couple of years of, let's be fucking real for a second, mostly pain, fear and suffering, I've become more and more politically radicalized. You can see early signs of this development on the Kill the Gods album, with songs like Eat the Rich, Industrial Hate Machine, and the title track Kill the Gods itself. Back then, this was mostly just me trying to put some vague anti-capitalist feelings into song without having any sort of grasp on the theoretical framework behind how this whole machinery works. I was just fucking pissed and raging against the machine, so to speak. Now, after I've put in the effort to learn about how a couple of things work, I do have an understanding of the machinations of capitalism, and I am aware of the things that need to be done in order to lead to a better future for humanity. Or, honestly, in regards to the impending climate doom, any future for humanity at all. I have come to the conclusion that the only way forward for humanity that involves a dignified existence for all of us is communism. Actual, real communism that is achieved through the revolutionary path via the transitionary stage of socialism. I may or may not have read some books and gotten organized in the last couple of years, and I urge you to do the same. There is no fucking future for any of us under capitalism. Capitalism is a death cult. Now, back to how this changes my music. I want to contribute with what I know how to do. I want my music to radicalize those who aren't already, and to entertain and further inspire those who are already radicalized to the left. Thus, going forward, my music will become more and more explicitly political, informed by actual theory rather than vague and aimless, formless feelings of capitalism unfair needs change. You will hear this in some of my upcoming works, and it's only going to intensify moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, I will once again make new music, and I will once again attempt to stream more regularly. My goal is to stream music production at least every second week, both on Twitch as well as here on YouTube, starting with the release of Built Different. Due to my health still being wonky as fuck and weird and, let's be honest, unpredictable, I'm not sure whether I can actually do it, but I'll give it my best shot and see how much work I can realistically do at this point in time. Getting healthier is and still needs to be my number one priority, but I do have some capacities to slot some music back in. I will analyze my capacities and adjust my streaming schedule accordingly. Analyze. Yeah, I think that's the most important points communicated effectively. I'm back. I will be back for the foreseeable future. Many things have changed. Many things are still changing. Many more things will fucking change. Thank you for spending your time with me. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. get together, learn, grow, get organized, and I hope to see you back again next time. Bye! Roll the announcement. That fuck. Ach, Missgeburt.